All right. Hey guys, welcome to Wi-Fi Wealth Wednesday. You are getting to see two of us work from our cars this afternoon, which is the
Mhm.
beauty of this business. So today I wanted to talk to Galen. She has been promoting for 1 month, just like almost 4 solid weeks at this point, I believe. And I love hearing from new people because I sometimes forget the courage it took to jump in and become a promoter when I had no idea what I was doing, when I had no idea how to make money from something like this, when I wasn't sure if people were going to make fun of me. Like there was just so many things. And I've done this now for so long that I kind of forget. So that's why I wanted to hear, like I've interviewed a lot of people on Wi-Fi Wealth that have done this for a really long time, but I wanted to hear from Galen because she is new. So Galen, I'm just going to kind of throw some questions out at you. Obviously, you'll know the answer because they're about you. So whatever you say is awesome. Okay. So why did you decide to promote? What was the turning point where you're like, you know what, I'm going to click this button and be a promoter?
So I actually started my Thrive journey in January, and I was kind of off and on for the first few weeks. But after I got fully on board and I was just seeing results and feeling so good, I actually was a promoter before I was promoter, is what I'll say, because I spent the first 2 months just getting people to sign up and Thrive for free. I wasn't even a promoter. And so I was like, hey, I'm doing all this work. And I want a new house. Like, I haven't been able to purchase a home and I have a successful business, but an extra income helps, right? So
Amen.
I told Lindsay, I said, I'm ready to make some money. And I push the promoter button and I had a check the next day because I had already been putting in work. So it was super exciting for me to do that.
Heck yeah. No, so let's talk really quickly then, because you brought up a good point. You already own a business. So
Mhm.
you're busy. You're very busy. And I get that because I own a business and I'm busy, but that second income is such a game changer because, and you can talk about this. I know for me, the business that we own, we had to be present to make money. Like, you gotta turn on the lights. You gotta be there. Like if you take a vacation, then either the business is closed, not making money, or you have to pay someone to fill in for you so you can make money to basically pay them. But this was a completely different way of getting a paycheck that I had never experienced. So can you talk about how different it is from brick and mortar to online, like having an online career?
So, um, first, I'll say that both of them are work. It's just that is what it is. Like, there's not a person in this world that can make a good paycheck without putting in work.
Yes.
But the difference is going to be that I open my business 6 days a week. So I have to be there at 9 o'clock to open those doors. And I have to stay no matter whether someone comes in or not, because I'm committed to those hours that are posted. So I stay there until it's time to close the doors. Sometimes I have to stay there an hour after I close the doors because someone comes in at last minute, and I'm not complaining at all, but um, because I love my business. It's just amazing. But for this one, like, I'm literally sitting in front of my daughter's volleyball doing work, and
Mhm.
I can take it on the go with me and I can answer in the middle of whatever I'm doing. Um, so there's a big difference with having to be somewhere versus being able to travel and do all the things I need to do and take the job with me.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you said it's work because I think a lot of people think it's like get rich quick, blah, blah, blah. And it's not. Like, it is work. And the people who build true incomes with this kind of side gig work for it. So can you talk about how you incorporate this business into your day-to-day, knowing that you already have a full-time business that you're doing 6 days a week? How are you managing to toggle back and forth?
So my routine right now is when my feet hit the ground and I'm popping my pills, I automatically post right then. I get my kiddos up, I have them get dressed, and then I take them to school. When I come home, I have just a small time frame between my home time and before I have to open my office. So I use that time to get on that computer and do my marketing. And then two, with my personal business, like I do have some down days. Like there's some days I can't do anything during my business hours, but there's some days that I have a lot of time. So I utilize that time very wisely to reach out. Any minute I get, I'm reaching out to someone. When I go home, I make the fam bam dinner and then feed them, and I'm back on that computer just doing whatever I need to do, or on Facebook, answering all the questions. Excuse me. So I noticed that, like myself, like I want an immediate answer. So when someone texts me, it doesn't take me 2 seconds to text them right back and just say, hey, this is the answer, or hey, I don't know the answer, let me get it for you and I'll reach back out to you. So I spent all that time before just scrolling, really scrolling on Facebook, not doing anything, but just scrolling. So I just take that time and I incorporate it as business time. So
Heck yeah. It's funny that you said you're answering questions. It's a joke in our house. Like, I don't, like in the very beginning when I started promoting, my husband would come like, oh, who are you talking to? Or, oh, what are you? I'm like, oh, I'm answering questions. I'm answering questions. And now he's just like, oh, you're answering questions. I'm like, yep, answering questions, which I feel like that's a big part of our job. People have questions. They want to know about the product. They want to know about the business. When is it shipping? Is there any promos? What's in it? How do you use it? Like, there's just questions all day long.
right.
But I find that those are all questions I can answer. So it's not like it's rocket science, like you said, though, it's utilizing your time, though, to reach out to the people to get those conversations started. And that's really what we do as promoters. So I will just hit really quickly because I know we're going to let Galen get off here quick because she's at volleyball and I'm at a track meet. But it is free to become a promoter. So when I say Galen click the button, she literally clicked a button. She didn't like send in a check. She didn't hand over a credit card. You do not have to buy a kit. There are kits available. I think that the best promoters are happy customers. I started as a happy customer. I wanted nothing to do with the business, like at all. But once you start using a product that you love and you start talking about it and you find out you can make money doing it, hello, it's basically all of social media at this point. I'm always shocked at people who will recommend a restaurant and they'll tell you about the sale at Walmart and they'll tell you about this, that, and the other, but they're not making any money doing it. So at least we chose a product that we love, that we can make money talking about it with people. But it's free to promote. There are no website fees. So there's literally no money at risk. There's money to be made. And I know a lot of people, I think, are jaded or have had like, either they've had the experience or someone in their family or their best friend, somebody like signed up with some company and they had to spend time away from their family at parties and they had to pay for their website and they had to have business cards. Who uses business cards anymore? It's 2023. And they had to buy all this stuff. And then every month they had to buy more and they ended up spending more money than they make. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not a genius, but I am a pretty smart businesswoman. And Galen is obviously also a pretty smart businesswoman. I would not pay somebody to let me sell something for them, but I will sell something for someone if they pay me for it. You see what I'm saying? So there is money to be made. There is money to be made from your phone. Again, it is a choice. Just like Galen said, it's not like this time is magically falling from the sky. She's choosing to use the time wisely. And, yes, maybe it's time that she would have watched a movie or she would have scrolled, but there are times in your life and there are goals in your life where, watching a movie is not going to help you get on that special vacation. It's not going to help you build your house like Galen wants to do. So I love what we do here is that we help people feel better. And when somebody comes in as a promoter like Galen, we find out like, what is it that you want? Like, what is your dream? And let's go build it. Like, let's go build it together. So if you're watching this and you're afraid to take the leap, Galen did it. And look at her. Look how cute she is. She's happy as a lark sitting at a volleyball game.
I'm so happy.
She's already made paychecks. So that's real. The IRS will tell you it is real. Our paychecks are real around here. And the product is amazing. So if you are friends with me or Galen or anyone else that's thriving and you've thought about it, you've thought about taking the leap, you've thought about just trying the product in general, or maybe you're on the product and you're like, you know what? I do love it. And I have told a couple people, so maybe I could tell a couple of people more and make a paycheck. I'm telling you, this is the opportunity. This is the best business plan I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of them. So with that, Galen, I'm going to thank you for your time. Good luck to your daughter. I don't know if she's practicing or actually playing a game or what's going on there, but good luck. And
Thank
we
you.
will, yeah. And so I'm going to put this recording up on the YouTube. So if anyone is watching this and you're like, hey, where's the recording? That's where it will be. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome.